what I want to share with you today are the answers to a few questions that I'm currently being inundated with. Okay, might not be being inundated with, but a few questions that I think help you get to know me just a little bit more. Hi, I'm David McMeekin and welcome back or welcome to my channel. The first question really people are asking or people want to know the answer to is, why does a 50-something-year-old start a YouTube channel? Great question. Such a good question that I've made a video about it. So have a look at my past videos and there you'll find the answer to why a 50-something-year-old has started a YouTube channel. You're at a party, okay? You're meeting new people. The first question that we can ask, well, the second question after what's your name is, so tell me, what do you do for a living? It's a pretty straightforward question. It's a question that eases us into the conversation. A little bit nicer than something along the lines of, well, let's get, what was the biggest heartache you've experienced in love? And tell me, how long did it actually take you to recover from it? Or have you not yet recovered from it? It's a bit of a table silencer when you ask that across the table. How do I know? I've given it a try. I try some dumb questions. But what do I do for a living? What do I do? I'm an academic. I'm an academic living here in Perth, Western Australia, and that's pretty much what I do for a living these days. I know the next question is one that everyone asks. It sort of goes up there with, what do you do for a living? The question, what's your favourite museum in the world? Didn't see that one coming, did you? My favourite museum in the world is the Rijksmuseum in Amsterdam. It's been my favourite museum since 1991. That's when I moved to Amsterdam and I was living there, and I absolutely loved it. I had my museum card and I used to go to the museums all the time. What do I love in there? I love the Night Watch, the Rembrandt painting of the Night Watch, the detail, the way he captures things. You can get up close to it and look at it and you go, what an amazing painting from hundreds of years ago. My other favourite painting in there is Woman Reading a Letter by Johannes Vermeer. I just love it. The way the woman is holding and reading, and I go, what is going on in her mind? I love it. That museum, I took my family there a few years ago, very excited to share it with them. And a few minutes into the visit, I noticed on Facebook some messages popping up and I discovered that there my family were talking away as, how long before we can leave? A little bit disappointing. But that's what families are for, and I remind them of that all the time when they say, oh, let's go to Amsterdam, Dad. Well, I'd like to go to the museum, and you don't like that. We've been back, and I've been to the museum. They haven't. The other question I know was on everyone's mind, a bit more of a tabletop question around the dinner table. What's your favourite season of the year? And people are now going, oh no, he's going to say spring or autumn or summer or winter. And I hate to say it, you're all wrong. My favourite season of the year is called Jilba. We tend to think of the 4 seasons, but in Australia, the First Nations people, the Indigenous people here in this country, who have been continuously living here for over 100,000 years, the longest continuous civilization ever. They have a pretty good understanding of the weather in this country, on this continent, and they have 6 seasons. And my favourite season is Jilba. Now, Jilba is what's called the first spring. And in the first spring, it's sort of the August, September as we think of it. And it's a transitional time of the year. We're starting to see the yellow and the cream flowers spread out across the plains of the southwest of Australia. It's the time where the southwest of Australia becomes just totally inundated with the most amazing flowers you have ever seen. It's also the time of the Kulbari swooping, also known as the magpie. And if you want to see what Australians are really afraid of, go looking for it and you'll see it's not the sharks, it's not all those other things. It's the swooping kulbadi that scares the lot of us. We're having very cold but clear days. The days do start to get warmer, they're a bit rainy, and there is a lot of wind around at this time of the year. And I just absolutely love it. So there you have it, Jilba, my favourite season of the year. Well, that's just a little bit about me. A few questions now answered that I know were burning on your mind and you were thinking, if only we could get David to answer these questions. Well, I've answered them. I'm David McMeekin, Kendani eBuck.